I don't know what this is going to sound like. I'm just recording on my phone, so I really don't want to do any editing. I don't know what this is going to sound like. I don't have any fancy microphone or anything like that, but I'm just going to sit here and talk into the phone. Anyway, so, hey y'all. I was just sitting here thinking about how peaceful it has been for me for like the last month. Even though I've been out of the country for about a month and a half, I think it took me about a good 2 weeks to really get wind down, to really calm down after being in the States. But I feel like I have been getting the best sleep. I have really been getting the best sleep the last few nights. Not that I haven't been sleeping good, but the first place I stayed at was quite uncomfortable. I'm actually here traveling with my son. And the first place I stayed at was kind of uncomfortable, so I would wake up at night. I couldn't really get a full night's sleep without waking up 2-3 times a night. But that's because I was in more of a city type of area where you can hear a lot of horns and traffic, and we were right next to the highway actually, so you would hear everything, mopeds, motorbikes, everything. But in this place that we're at, we're right by the water, so it's quite quiet. It's a very quiet building. Every once in a while you hear somebody's baby crying, but nothing out of the ordinary. No horns, no sirens like the other place. But I do have to say, I've been getting such good sleep the last week, and I think it's because I've been so incredibly peaceful. Very, very peaceful. I feel very good. I feel like I don't have any stress. I do have to say, it's nice to travel outside of the U.S. It's just too much going on over there in the U.S. That's where I'm from. And I know a lot of y'all are feeling the same thing, a lot of stress. You watch the news, you see this person getting taken out, this person taking people out, this person taking themselves out. Everybody's fighting amongst each other. People trying to blame us. When I say us, black folks trying to blame us for stuff we had nothing to do with. We're pretty much just minding our business. And even in a time of trying to mind our business, people still trying to drag us into stuff. So I said, you know what? I need to just get out the U.S. because it's just too much worry. You got to watch your back. At least I felt like I had to watch my back and watch, who's around me, and you can barely go shopping without somebody trying to take everybody out in the building. It's too much. So I said, let me go start traveling. So, I did travel earlier this year and had just got back from Thailand earlier this year. I went to Bali and then I went to Thailand. Came back in February. And I left right back out again in August. I did not think I would leave out that fast, but by the time I came back, I started feeling down. I started feeling the spiritual weight and heaviness of being in the U.S. And I said, you know what? I'm going back out. Because a lot of people will travel and then they'll be like, well, I'm going to go out next time. And then next time never really comes, or next time shows up 2 years later. And I was like, no, I'm not going to wait that long. I'm getting right back out of here. So months later, got my bags together, got my little ticket, and me and my son, we right back out here again. Out here in Thailand. So the first place I stayed at was in Bangkok. And Bangkok is beautiful. It's a lot of city for me though. It's a lot of city. And we were right by the highway, so I heard every siren, every car tire screech, every moped, every souped up motorcycle with the loud exhaust. And it was nice while it lasted, but after a while it's like, okay, I need to get some good sleep, because whoever has got that souped up moped, they are just trying to drive by this building however many times they can per night. started getting ridiculous after a while. So I was like, okay, okay, this is too much. So we said, okay, after this, because you get 60 days when you come here to Thailand. You get 60 days. I believe it's visa free, but you better have your behind up out of here before 60 days, because they will clank you. You follow the rules, which I can't blame them. It's their country. They have rules, and they're supposed to have rules, and people got to follow the rules when they come here. So halfway through the trip, we're like, okay, a month. We were gonna stay the second month, so we decided to come here to Hua Hin. Hua Hin is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Where we're at, we have a view of the mountains. We're on the top floor of the building, 26th floor. We have a view of the mountains on one side, and we have a view of the sea on the other side, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I tell you what I like, there's no traffic. Wherever you gotta go, you're gonna get there on time, because there ain't no traffic. I'm looking right out my... And the funny thing is, the first place we were at in Bangkok was right by the main road, and it was noisy. We're right by the main road right now, and it's not nearly as noisy, because I'm looking at this highway. I can count about 15 cars coming and going on this long stretch of highway right by the water. It is no traffic out here. There's barely a car on the street. Now it's hot as all get out. I ain't gonna lie, it is hot. But it's beautiful. Beautiful outside. The people, kind. They have such good positive energy. I absolutely love it here. The people are beautiful, very kind, very helpful. You know, it just seems like the energy here is just different. It doesn't seem like a lot of division. You know, I'm not trying to say every place is perfect, and I'm pretty sure they have their own kind of issues, but I don't see it. It's not out in the open. People smile at you and they look at you, and I'm talking about the locals. They smile when they look at you. Either that, or they might look past you, because they're pretty much minding their own business. They got stuff to do. They got time to smile at everybody. But other than that, they don't bother anybody. It's good to go, you know. I don't have the best eyesight, and I've heard people say the tourists are the ones that look at you kind of crazy. And, you know, sometimes I ignore them. My eyesight is not the best. I can't tell who's looking at me from across the room. And, yeah, sometimes you do have the European ones out here that look at you like, what you doing here? And I'm like, shoot, my people been all over this earth. What are you doing here? So I don't pay that no mind. You know, I work hard for my money like everybody else. Well, I worked hard for my money. I decided to take me an early retirement because I can't be working for all these people all these years. They keep raising the age of retirement, waiting for me to keel over so they don't have to pay me anything. So I said, let me go ahead and take my early retirement, so I'm good. I'm not trying to work for nobody. I really don't. I couldn't imagine working I couldn't imagine working another 10 years sitting at somebody's cubicle or in somebody's hospital or at somebody's building, you know, and never having a chance to actually live. I feel like I'm living right now. And, you know, I had to wait until I get to I'm a woman of a certain age, so I had to wait till this age to get here to really realize that I need to live. But, you know, it's never too late. If the Most High blessed me with another 50 years, I would be blessed with that. I'm 50 right now. If he blessed me with another 50 years, if he blessed me with another 10 years, I'm happy on that. If he blessed me with another 5 years, I feel blessed. But this time that I have right here, I feel like I need to live, and I need to get out, and I need to travel, and I need to just find my peace of mind. I'm sitting up here thinking of a way I don't have to go back to the U.S. I do have like another 2 weeks before I gotta go back, but shoot, I'm trying to think of a way that I don't have to go back. The food is so fresh. I can just feel like, you know, taking blood pressure medicine. I feel like, you know, when you take blood pressure medicine, there's times that you can feel your heart thumping and racing, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot to take my blood pressure medicine. Let me go ahead and take it because I can feel my heart thumping. I don't feel that here. I have not touched my blood pressure medicine. I made the conscious decision to not take it before I came here. I had a little bit of heart issues when I was back home. I could tell the stress was getting to me. Having chest pains, having to go to the emergency room. I said, nah, Babylon's trying to take me out. I gotta go. I gotta go. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and start traveling, get out. And I tell you, I feel so good. Walking, getting a little sweat in. You know, that sweat is like a natural detox. I feel good. I'm not in any rush to go back. I really am not. So I haven't touched blood pressure medicine. I sleep good. I get me a full 8 hours of sleep. I tell you what, a full 8, 9 hours of sleep. I get up, I open up this curtain, it's bright outside. You know, sometimes we get some rain. I love the rainy weather. So, you know, it feels very cozy on the inside. So I'm here during the time of the rainy season. You know, it's September. So I'm here during the rainy season. And I love it. I'm up here on the top floor. The rain is hitting the window. Got this big window here looking outside. It's beautiful. And it's stress-free. And this is what I love. Where I'm going from here, yeah, I'm going to stay here in Asia. I'm not going to say where I'm going yet. I'm going to be here in Asia. But do I want to come back to the U.S.? No, I don't. I really don't. I don't. I want to stay where the energy is positive and where I feel peaceful. I don't want to be traumatized in the place where I'm from. I'm tired of it. I feel like my spirit told me to flee Babylon. Flee Babylon and get out. And I know a lot of y'all feel the same way. You feel stressed out. Trying to think of a way to get out. I would say fast and pray. Pray. Pray that the Most High move you out of Babylon to a place that you will feel stress-free and you will feel peace. It might be anywhere in the world. I never thought I would be right here where I am right now. I never thought I could travel like this. But I said, I'm going to listen to my spirit and I'm going to go ahead and make that move. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people are moving to Thailand. Yes, they are. One thing they never really talk to you about is the laws when it comes to the visas and stuff like that. So, no, you can't just uproot yourself and just say, I'm coming to Thailand. I'm going to live here. No, there are rules to this thing. You know, are you coming here for retirement? Are you coming here as a, what do they call it? Oh my God, digital nomad? Are you coming here as a digital nomad? Are you coming here for education? What are you coming here for? Make sure you find out what the rules are wherever you move. If you decide to go anywhere outside the country looking for residency, if you decide and you want to get a visa for travel, make sure you go by the rules. Excuse me. Ooh, I feel like I need me a little nap. And see, that's the thing. I could take me a little nap and not feel guilty about it. But yeah, make sure you find out the rules. Make sure you find out the laws pertaining to wherever you go. And if you truly, truly do want to find a place for residency, find out the rules of that too. Some places require you to, invest in properties there or, things like that. It's not like the U.S. where anything goes. Anybody can come and get anything they want in the U.S. The U.S. been drained dry, But when you go to other people's countries, you have to follow the rules. Like here in Thailand, you can't just come here and start working at anybody's store. They're not going to give you a job as an American over one of their own people. No, they got to make sure that people's taken care of as they should. I would never get mad and say, oh, why I can't work. No, you can't. Thailand is for Thai people. That's how it's supposed to go. If I had my own little island, I'm going to make sure the islanders, the original islanders there are taken care of before any immigrant comes in. It's just the way it is. So wherever you decide to go, just follow the rules. But if you really are truly looking for peace, leaving the U.S. might be the thing to do. Now, if you want to stay, I'm not saying you got to leave. People got family. People have children, Find your peace there if you can. Me, myself, it's hard for me to find my peace over there. I can't. And I had to find it in a foreign land. And there's other foreign lands I want to travel to. And eventually, prayerfully, find a place I can get residency. I can retire here in Thailand if I wanted to at this age. There's other places that don't exactly go by retirement. They might go by a point system, but they have to make sure they know what your monthly income is. You have to prove your monthly income, which I can do that here in Thailand. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. It's beautiful here, but I think for right now I'll look at it as a tourist thing. But this is the day and age. This is the time. This is the time for us to find our peace and for us to rest wherever you are. Watch who you hang around. Watch who you decide to give your energy to. Pray. And always know that if you have woken up this morning, you were blessed with that breath of life in your body, and you have another day of mercy, another day to get it right. Anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and make this quick video. Hopefully you made it to the end, and I'll see how I feel tomorrow. Maybe post again. All right, y'all. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.